Guys, quick disclaimer before we get into this video, please do not attempt anything in this video if you're not at the current level to do so. Please make sure you've mastered all the basics and you are ready to try this, and try this at your own risk. I'm going to give you all the best tips with all my years of experience to get this trick done for you. But if you're not ready to send it, please do not attempt it, and if you're not confident, please do not. I just have to say that before the video gets started. But enjoy the video and I hope you learned something. Let's go. Alrighty, homies and homettes, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video on the channel. Today we are down here at Ramfest and I got something awesome for you. I'm gonna do something that I've wanted to do for a while now. I'm gonna teach you guys how to flare, dude. Yeah, that's right, I'm gonna teach you guys how to flare. I'm actually super keen to film this video, so stick around. I'm gonna be giving some kind of tips that no one really does give. I'm gonna also give you some tools and techniques to help you guys be able to learn the flare without doing a backflip. That's right, without being able to do a backflip first. Over the like 20 or so kids that I've taught how to flare, about 5 of them have managed to do it without being able to do a backflip. So I'm gonna use those techniques in today's video and I'm gonna teach you guys the best way to flare, all right? So you don't need a resi either. If you've got one, that'll be amazing. But if you don't, there is another method and I actually have the tools here to help you be able to do it. All you're gonna need is a bit of confidence, a bit of grit, bit of nuts, bro. You're gonna have to send it. It's gonna be a full send, but I'm gonna teach you the techniques with the tools and hopefully I can get you guys a flare. So if that's something you wanna learn, stick around in this video, smash the thumbs up button, keep pushing, guys. I absolutely love that you guys are smashing the thumbs up button and commenting down below. If it helps, let me know. Also, go cop some merch, dude. Link in the description and let's go. Let's learn how to flare, baby. Alrighty, the first tool we're gonna need, dude, is a mattress. If you're a little bit scared of doing the flare, which most of you are, dude, we're gonna need a mattress. So behind me here, I've got a couple of mattresses here, or a couple of bits of foam that we're gonna use. You're gonna need a friend as well, so you're gonna need a friend to help you with this one. I think you guys can guess what we're gonna do. So the method is to put the mattress on to the ramp, right? But instead of actually just sitting it there, because it doesn't sit there, I've tried this a lot of times and it doesn't work. Instead of just sitting it there, we're gonna get a mate to chuck it underneath us, right, when we do the flare. First, I'm gonna go over exactly how to do the flare and how to initiate it, and then we're gonna take it step by step on how to bail it and how to actually get you guys chucking it, all right? So, and then we're gonna chuck the mattress underneath us. We're gonna land. We can do this on concrete, wood, it doesn't matter, all right? So let's go. For the guys that actually have a skate park with a resi, you can use a quarter resi or straight to resi if you want. So you can use either one of those, it doesn't matter. I prefer going quarter to resi, but if you're a little scared, go straight resi to resi. That'll take out some of the impact. So yeah, if you've got that, that's easy as well. Also, the size quarter that we're gonna need is maybe, that's a 6.5, that's a little big. You can do it on a 5 foot, but today we're gonna be working on the quarter to resi with the mattress thing so I can show you, because I can already flare, so I'm gonna teach you that way. Okay guys, for safety reasons, I do suggest that you guys wear knee pads, bro. You're gonna need some knee pads, and if you've even got some elbow pads, chuck those on, especially if you're on concrete or wood. I don't want any of you guys to mess yourselves up doing this, because you are going to bail and you are going to land sideways and all kinds of ways. We're gonna try avoid landing on our head, but yes, protect yourself as much as possible. If you have butt pads, chuck those on as well, because we don't want to hurt that tushy, dude. So yeah, let's go. Let's get the mattress out and have a crack. Okay, I'm absolutely bummed. I'm absolutely bummed because I thought that I had a mattress that I'd be able to use, but I don't. Okay, so we can still do it. Don't stress, we can still do it. I'm actually gonna do it the dumb way, and I'm gonna teach you guys anyway, without the mattress, because I can't get anyone to hold it. It's too heavy. We need like 4 people to be able to move it. So you need a mattress that's like light enough that you can have at least 2 people or 2 mates to chuck it underneath you. So I'm just gonna quickly show you what to do, even though I don't have a mattress to use, what you guys have got to do, all right? Everything else still applies though, so you can still send it, but we need to have a mattress for you guys that are on concrete. I'm lucky enough to be able to use a quarter resi, so I'm gonna go through the whole bailing process and everything as well. So I'm gonna actually do some flares. I'm gonna land and stack so many times to teach you guys how to walk through the process, and you're gonna have a point of view thing as well, so you're gonna see exactly what I see when I'm doing the flare too. Alrighty, so right here we have the quarter resi. In the middle here, we've got the quarter, and we can go to the left or the right. So it doesn't matter which way we go. I'm gonna go to the right, but if you're goofy, just do everything on the left, all right? So for improvisation purposes, we're just gonna say this. Let's say we had a mattress and you had 2 mates, right? when you initiate the flare, you're gonna get the mates to chuck the mattress underneath you on the concrete quarter. It needs to be thick enough so you guys don't cop impact. It's very easy to know where they're gonna land, so you need maybe a single mattress. Try get like a single or a double if you can. A double would be really heavy, but if you got a single will do, and your mates are gonna chuck it exactly where you're gonna land, okay? So that's the first thing. But now let's get into the meat and potatoes of how to actually start off the flare. I'm gonna take you step by step, and I'm gonna stack on purpose, guys, all right? So you're gonna see that. Alrighty guys, let's go over a little bit about the quarter pipe before we initiate and send the flare, okay? So as I said, I've got a 6.5 foot quarter here. If you guys have a 5 foot, it all works the same, so don't worry, right? So the first thing we're gonna do, right, when we're doing a flare is we are going to hit the coping. We're not gonna go above the coping, we're gonna stay inside the ramp. So if you watch the video on how to like air out of the coping, this will apply to you, even though you guys aren't at that level yet. So we're gonna stay inside the coping, which means our wheels are not gonna go above it. We're gonna touch the coping with our front wheel, and we're gonna pull a flare backwards, and we're gonna land flat, okay? So we're gonna go from that point A to point B down there. We're not gonna stay inside the quarter up the top yet. We're gonna try to pull out first, okay? Now, which way do we put our head? Let's get into that. Let's figure out which way we spin our head and what we do when we initiate the flare, all right? It does take a hell of a lot of confidence, but if you send it right the first time, you will have no problems with it, even if you can't flip, all right? So you just have to be confident. Take some bails first. Don't be afraid to eat shit. You're going to eat shit a couple of times, and that's okay, all right? As long as we don't break any bones, we'll be fine. We're not made of glass, guys. We can do this, all right? I do apologize for all the talking, but I need to explain every single intricate detail to the flare because you guys are doing it from scratch, right? Now, if you can flip on a trampoline, that is really, really, really going to help you with this so you understand the concept of actually sending it upside down. So there's one part sending the flare, which is actually sending the flip part of it, and the second part is actually holding onto the scooter. Now, a lot of people that I've seen when they start to flare is they go to initiate the flip and they let go of their scooter. You can't do that, all right? You have to hold on throughout the whole motion, or at least the start of the initiation. So as soon as you initiate the flare, you need to hold on until you're upside down, then you can bail, right? That's the safest way to stack a flare. If you go up and you flip and you let go, your body's gonna stop rotating, and what's gonna happen is your chin here is gonna go into your chest, and when your chin goes into your chest, you automatically stop rotating. So the idea is to hold on to the bars and be able to pull back like that so you can really hold on to the scooter the whole time. The flare is 100% commitment. That's all it is. If you initiate it right, you will go round. All right, it's over in the blink of an eye. It's really simple to do. It's actually much easier to do than a backflip. It's all fear related. You just got to go up and send the flip. Okay, so now let's explain the next part. So when we're pulling off the ramp, okay, we're gonna hit our front wheel off the coping. Like we said before, we're gonna stay inside the ramp. We're not gonna go above the coping. So I will demonstrate this in a second. So if you want to skip to that part, you can, but I suggest you stay in and listen to this whole thing, okay? So when we tap our front wheel on the coping, we are gonna be pulling straight back, right, at 12 o'clock. We're gonna pull straight back at 12 o'clock for the first millisecond. So we're gonna go straight back. Then what we're gonna do is slowly shift our weight to 1 o'clock over this way, or to 1 o'clock over that way, depending on which way you flare. So we're going straight back and we're going up and sideways slightly, all right? Just slightly, literally to 1 o'clock. You don't have to twist. Where people get really confused is they go up and they think they have to do a 540. They're trying to mix it too much. The flare is a flip. It is not a spin. It is a flip 100%, all right? It's got a part of a spin in it, but it's still a flip. You go upside down, so that's the most important things when it comes to the physics of the flip, right? You have to go upside down. That's the key. All right, 10 minutes later, guys, after all the rambling, and we're ready to send a couple of flares, all right? Now, if you go at this 100% committing, you're gonna go upside down and it's gonna be scary as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're gonna freak out and you're gonna bail. I've never seen anyone hold on to it first try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go up and I'm gonna demonstrate how you're gonna crash right now. Remember that you've got your friends with the mattress underneath you and you've got your knee pads and elbow pads on, so you're gonna be fine. So we're gonna travel nice and slow up the ramp. Let's go. We're gonna travel nice and slow. We're gonna tap that front foot. Now, I come straight down. I rolled off because I got scared, right? Because I'm being you guys right now. I'm doing exactly what you guys are gonna do. I didn't pull 100% straight back because I got scared. So I ended up twisting too much, which turned my body out and made me sit down. And that's why I landed on my bum, all right? If you can get to that point, if you just throw it like that, dude, that's amazing, all right? I'm gonna get someone to film that from a third person perspective so you can see exactly how I crash, all right? Alrighty guys, we've got Tom on the camera right now. He's gonna demonstrate from a third person. I'm gonna be able to demonstrate now. So I'm gonna crash the flare a bunch of different ways to show you guys exactly how you're gonna crash. So there's no reason to be afraid. Remember, you're gonna have a mattress underneath you that your friends throw, like I said, all right? So Tom's gonna stand nice and close here. I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna talk after each one and teach you guys how to crash, right? So we're gonna eat shit, enjoy it, it's gonna be great. So you're gonna see me crashing all different ways, yeah? Come up nice and slow, we're gonna eat shit. See that, all right? I initiated the flare, used my left hand to come down. I actually farted in the air, that was terrible, but I used my left hand to guide my way down, right? I couldn't see a thing. I was going nice and slow, but I popped off the coping and I initiated the flare, all right? So the next step is, that's exactly how you're gonna land every time, right? Unless you land on your head, which I'm not gonna demonstrate because I don't wanna snap my neck, but you're not gonna land on your head, guys. How many people have you seen Tom land on their head when they do a flare? Like actually on their head?
Like one or two. Like
one or two, and that's just because they have no idea what they're doing, but if you follow the steps in this video, you'll be okay, all right? So, what do we do on the next step, right? I'm pulling straight back. I'm gonna pull back a little bit straighter and I'm gonna hold on a little bit more, all right? Let's go. All right, guys, this time I'm gonna aim to hold on. There we go, I kept one foot on and pulled it. That was so weird because I took my back foot off. Usually you take your front foot off, but I took my back foot off just to demonstrate what could happen, right? That is pretty much the full send of the flare, dude. That's the worst you're gonna get it. It doesn't hurt at all. I've got butt pads on, knee pads, everything, and you guys are gonna have a mattress. Please learn to flip on a trampoline though. If you learn to flip on a trampoline, it's gonna help. I wish I could get Tom behind the camera to demonstrate a flare because he can't do it. And I'd love for experimental purposes for him to chuck it, but he won't because he's a baby. But thank you, Tom, for filming, all right? Okay guys, if you got that far, right, if you manage to actually send it and stack a couple of times, I can almost guarantee you with 100% certainty that you're gonna be able to land the flare, okay? So I'll just go over real quick exactly what to do. It is that simple that it's kind of hard to explain because like, it is that easy. The concept of staying in the ramp is what freaks people out the most, right? You think that you're gonna go past the ramp, you think you're gonna flip fly out, you think you're gonna case, you think all these negative things, right? But that's not what happens. The flare is completely natural. So when you pop off that coping, dude, you will come backwards. So do not be scared about that. Even if you were to land on top of the coping and case, right? It's not as bad as you think it is because you're going so slow. If you're going high, 10 feet in the air, it's gonna hurt. But if you're going slow, you will be fine, okay? Use your hands, your body have instincts. It knows how to crash, right? Just don't let go before initiating the flare. Did you notice in my clips how I initiated the flare, then I let go? That's the most important part. Close your eyes if you have to for the first couple. It's okay, it ain't so bad, all right? Okay, let's go over the next step, guys. The next step is very simple. It's just holding on. Do everything that you're doing now, but hold on and you will inevitably land it, except for if you've got a fairy foot or whatever. But apart from that, you will be able to land it if you just hold on. Now, I'm gonna go slow again. I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna land one for you guys, all right? I'm gonna do everything the same. So we're going up, I'm pulling back, holding on and landing flat as well, just to prove it. It's all about commitment, guys. You just roll off that quarter and then you will flip and you will land, okay? It's that simple. You just have to have the nuts to chuck it. That's the thing. Go out and chuck your flares, guys, and let me know how it goes, honestly. And I can do a more in-depth tutorial. I actually have a more in-depth tutorial on my other channel, which I will link at the end of this video so you can go and watch that. And that gives a better explanation on what to do with your shoulders and all that jazz. I don't think you need that. That was filmed many years ago. Guys, the way to land the flare properly is to send it, bro. You just have to send it. It's the same as a backflip. Have a crack. Only do this if you're experienced enough. Don't go out there as a beginner and try to do a flare. Make sure that you're confident and got all the basic skills down, all right?